Okay. Hopefully this is working. Sorry for the delay, guys. I had to do something real quick. Alright, like usual, I need to do audio tests, make sure everything's fine. I'm also sorry I have my windows open, so you guys might hear every single vehicle that drives past my house. Don't really know how to... I'll close my windows and hopefully that helps a bit. But my windows aren't very good when it comes to the sound. So, 1 second, guys. Let's close that real quick. Alright. Let me get back into position. Nope. Okay. So, audio seems good so far. Let me read the chat. Open tabs, hello. Captain Cobra, hello. Nathaniel, hello. The Cereal Box, hello, hello. Frogpog, hello. Grey Corporal, hello. Definitely missed this stream. No, don't worry. We've only been streaming 30 seconds. I hope all you guys are having a good day. 2 p.m, right? It is 3:30 for me, so 3:30 p.m. But pretty close. Alright, so I don't know how long this stream will be. If you guys saw, I made a community post. Basically saying... sorry. Basically saying I'm thinking about making some sort of like casual tabletop game for army men. Nothing that really that professional. It's not the tabletop game I was working on months ago. I'm still trying to recover from this cold thing. I'm getting better now, but you might hear me coughing now and then and clearing my throat. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I have made so far. It's nothing too crazy. Let me open up the rule book kind of thing that I made. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. All right, 1 sec, guys. Oh, I got a missed call from someone. It was well, not a missed call. Accidental pocket phoning, I guess you could say. Phoned the wrong person. Alright, so what am I doing? Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys what I've done so far. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Grey Corporal. By the way, about your tabletop game, what's it called? So the other one is probably going to be called The Frontier or something like that. It's based on my Frontier series. This one's not really professional. It's just some basic game to play with Army Men. It's just called Army Men Tabletop at the moment. I might change the name, but I don't know. Do you play Warhammer? I don't play Warhammer, but I do have some Warhammer miniatures up in the attic. What iPhone is that? I've got an iPhone 14. Right, I'm going to show you guys what I've made now. Let's see. How would I show you guys? Is it this? Okay, I think I have to show you this, and then I'll go here, I think. Can you guys see that? Hold on, let me look at the... Okay, there we go, cool. Alright, so it's pretty basic looking. You got Mendoza and Collins on the front. It's like the front page. I won't print any of these rule books out. It'll just be a PDF file. Not Dr. Disrespect or the Mr. Beast guy. Not one of them. So if you guys want, you can read through the rules. This is meant to say introduction, but I've got to change it. This isn't meant to be rules, it's meant to say introduction. So it says, welcome to Army Men Tabletop, a turn-based strategy game that brings your beloved childhood toy soldiers to life. In this game, two rival armies clash in a bid for ultimate victory. But don't worry if tabletop gaming seems daunting. Army Men Tabletop is designed with simplicity in mind, making it easy for casual players to jump right in. So without further ado, rally your troops and prepare to fight for your faction. So at the moment, all the factions are the same. If I choose a grey army, green army, tan army, they'll all have the same sort of stuff. But I'd prefer tan and green because I obviously have very similar armies. If you guys have seen my collection, here's some propaganda poster I made ages ago. The following pages will guide you through the rules of the game. Take your time to read them carefully to ensure you are ready for battle. I use a Google Pixel 6, nice. Reminds me of the Green Taurian flag from PA. Yeah, I mean, it's probably inspired by that. I guess. I don't really know. I just made this randomly without really any reference images, but I mean, I've seen Plastic Apocalypse a few times, so that image is probably ingrained in my brain somewhere. Okay, so this is the index. You got the game setup. The game setup page will guide you step by step in preparing the battlefield for action. Gameplay. The gameplay section will introduce you to the mechanics of each unit and explain how to play the game. Units and stats. Units and stats section will explain how each unit operates. This is all very experimental. There's lots of stuff that needs to be changed, but it's basically it so far. How's the Shark Tank pitch? Oh, I haven't attempted that. I love the Halo soundtrack. Yeah, Halo's a great game. Also, Bored Boy, hope you're having a good day. The massive G, yeah, that's probably where it's inspired from. I think most toy army men things just have a massive G for the flag. Even some of the old games, I think. It seems to be the way most people do it. If you guys have just joined, you don't know what I'm doing. I made a community post maybe a couple hours ago speaking about making some sort of tabletop game using army men. It should be universal. A lot of you guys probably have the stuff to play this, and I'll get down to the units eventually. Units are basically the soldiers and vehicles you can put on the battlefield. Sarge Stop Motions, hello. Guys, I'm here. Yes, you are. You joined in. Okay, so the game setup. So the first one, setting up the game is straightforward. Players will collaborate to design the battlefield layout. So this is intended to be played with two people. Both of you can decide what the battlefield looks like, how big it is, how small it is. It's entirely up to you. For balanced and enjoyable experience, it's recommended to create a mirrored map on both sides, ensuring a fair playing field. However, the final decision is up to the players. By mirrored map, what I mean is you basically split the map in half and then duplicate it on two sides. And that basically makes it more fair, I guess you could say. Number 3, players will also determine the number of units on the battlefield, allowing for anything from large-scale battles to small skirmishes. Just ensure that each player controls an equal number of soldiers. Number 4, during the deployment phase, make sure each player positions their units on opposite sides of the battlefield. Number 5, to play this game, you'll need a few essentials, multiple dice, and a tool to measure distances on the battlefield, such as a ruler, or preferably a tape measure. So kind of like Warhammer. I'm going to go now. Good night from the Philippines. Yep, no worries, Nathaniel. Have a good sleep. She was finally... oh, let's put the chat now. Finally alone instead of just me and Cyril Box watching. Yeah, that's typically what happens. I think it's because I'm streaming a bit later in the day. I usually stream at around 12 p.m, 11 a.m. I'm currently streaming at 3:40 p.m. Okay, so that's basically the game setup. It's one page, pretty simple. Now this is the other one. These symbols are important to learn if you do play the game. Can't bother to read this bit. So this symbol represents the health points. This indicates the amount of health a unit has. This one represents the move distance. It shows how far a unit can move in inches. This one is the attack range. Displays the distance a unit can fire its weapon. This is the attack damage. Basically just shows how much damage that unit can do. Hit target represents the number you need to roll on a dice to successfully hit a target. Now this represents armor. So if it's a tank or an armored car, for example, the two vehicles in this game, that means only armor-piercing weapons can damage those vehicles. Now this symbol indicates the number of attacks a unit can make per round. Only some units have it. And then obviously AP is armor-piercing symbol. Just displays how much damage the thing can do. And then you've got teams and squads. So any unit with team or squad in its name must maintain unit cohesion. So basically, you have to stay within 2 inches of a squad member. Second one, most units are allowed one attack per turn. Missing your shot can be costly as it may jeopardize your soldier's life. However, some units are capable of multiple attacks per turn. This information will be detailed in the unit description. Cover, so for example, taking cover behind buildings and stuff. Units positioned behind clear cover, such as a building, behind sandbags, or within a window, benefit from cover protection. This gives them a chance to avoid being killed. If your unit is clearly within cover, you can roll a 5 or higher to successfully save them when they are hit. So it basically gives you a 1 out of 3 chance, I guess, or a 2 out of 6 chance of saving your soldier if they get shot, if they're behind cover. Line of sight. Obviously, you need a line of sight to the target to be able to shoot it. All right, let me read the chat. See what you guys said. Damn, it's 10 PM. That's pretty late. You guys can be in my series. Can't wait to play this game. Rage quit on it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and get a game set up on a live stream and then see if we can play it through the live stream. I don't really know how it would work, but we could try that out. Okay, so these are the units. I've tried to take photos to sort of show what the image is. So let me zoom in a little bit. So rifle squad, unit size is 8, so that means you spawn 8 of these people in one squad. The rifle squad is the backbone of any army, armed with standard single/semi-automatic rifles. That makes them essential to the front line of any conflict. This squad also carries 2 anti-tank grenades, which can be used within 3 inches of an enemy vehicle to enhance their tactical versatility. Now, the distance that I've used for the vehicles and stuff and the units is a little bit unrealistic, but I've done this because obviously not everyone has a very large space that they can play in. I mean, if you're playing this out in the garden or your yard or whatever, you have lots of space. But people playing inside, like myself, we can't be shooting with these people for a long time. Because 14 inches, as this is 14 inches, all the distances on this are inches. That's like a third of my setup. So, yeah. That's how it is. I'll only be here for 30 minutes until lunch ends. No worries, Sergeant Brown. Appreciate you joining us. Yeah, so that's basically it. The rifle squad spawns with 8 soldiers, and obviously the people playing can decide how many rifle squads each team gets. They have 1 health. They can move 6 inches. They can shoot 14 inches. They do 1 damage. They need to roll a 4 to hit the target. And the armor piercing only applies to the 2 anti-tank grenades that they have. Okay, now the assault team. Also, when you're spawning in the rifle squads, you have to obviously see if they have a rifle. It just makes it easier to tell who's in what squad and what unit it is. So you can see here, all these guys have rifles. Now the next one is the assault team. They use mainly like automatic weapons and assault rifles and stuff like that, not light machine guns. But I've tried to show it here. You can see they've all got some sort of assault rifle. So the assault team is a crucial battlefield asset, akin to the rifle squad, but smaller in size, equipped with superior weapons and a higher rate of fire. Sorry. These teams are designed to deliver powerful, rapid strikes. So they basically have the exact same stats as, or the same statistics as the rifle squad, with the exception that they don't have the anti-tank grenades. They instead can fire twice, so they can shoot 2 targets per turn. Okay, next up we have the MG team. This only spawns 2 people. The MG team is equipped with 2 light machine guns, making them highly effective at engaging multiple targets simultaneously. So pretty much same stats as everyone else when it comes to health. The move distance is 4 because they're holding heavier weapons. The attack range is 14. Damage 1. Now, you need a 5 to hit, which is 1 higher than the rifleman and the assault team. And the reason for that is each machine gunner can roll 4 dice per shot. Well, per turn. So you could target 4 enemies per machine gunner. So that's, with these 2 machine gunners, you could target this entire rifle squad, but you need to get a 5 to actually hit any of the targets. So you'll be rolling 8 dice for 2 of these guys, and you'll see what the outcome is. Kind of reminds me of something I did a while ago, but used divisions, much like cards, the World War II card game. I don't think I've played that game, but it sounds pretty interesting. A 3-4 months break are good for my YouTube channel. Yep. Yeah, having breaks of school definitely helps. Out of topic, but dude, I just got into 7th grade and all of a sudden I got 3 assignments daily. Yeah. You start to get more assignments and stuff the further up you go. When I'm in year 8, I'm going to get bullied, bro. Why's that, man? I have to leave the stream in 10 minutes because my break will end. Yep, no worries, Captain Cobra. Appreciate you joining us. For me, I'll only reveal my channel when I want to. My bullies, they always do stuff to me. Yeah, I mean, you need to speak to your teachers or something and try and get it sorted. Because, I mean, the only other option is really to fight back, but I don't really condone violence. The anti-tank team. The anti-tank team is vital for neutralizing enemy vehicles, but they are not equipped to engage infantry. To maximize their effectiveness, it's wise to support them with the other soldiers. So they can fire 18 inches with 6 distance, and they have 1 AP. You have to roll a 3 to hit. So you can target the jeeps and tanks and just basically any of the vehicles with these guys, and you can spawn 2 of them in. The sniper excels at eliminating infantry with precision, with impressive range and exceptional accuracy. Snipers are highly effective at targeting individual enemies. They have 20 inches for their range, which is pretty good, and you have to roll a 3. The only downside is it only spawns 1 of them in, so they're not really that good at targeting big groups of enemies, because the enemies can easily close the distance. Okay, now you have the armored car. Obviously, if you guys don't have these figures, you can just find what the equivalent is. So, for example, if you have the armored car from Timmy, you could use that. Or if you just have any sort of like armored car looking thing, that could just be the replacement. So they have 3 HP. They can only be damaged by armor-piercing weapons, as shown by this symbol here. Now, they can only move 6 inches like all the other units. And the reason for that is if I allow them to go full speed, then they'll just be zooming around the map. And no one's going to be able to hit them. So I put them at 6 speed, so they sort of patrol around with these guys. feel like that's a decent way to balance them. They can roll 4 dice, and they have to roll, well, they can target 4 people, and they have to get a 4 to hit. So pretty effective, but obviously less health when it comes to armor. Alright, the medium tank, I can't bother to read all that stuff, not gonna lie. But you can see here, they got 6 health. They do 3 armor piercing, so the tank can one-shot a Humvee or an armored car. And if they're engaging another tank, they can 2-shot the other tank if they hit, obviously. This one symbol, since this is an armor piercing, this isn't the armor piercing damage, this is the regular damage. This is for a machine gun, so if the tank needs to fight infantry, he can target that. All the information is displayed here. And then, yeah, more to be added. So that is pretty much it. Move distance is 6 inches as well, so he's moving at patrolling speed with the other soldiers on the battlefield. So, yeah, that's basically it. At the moment, there's only 7 units that can be deployed, 5 infantry units and 2 vehicle units. Yeah, I'll probably put this in the Discord server so anyone can open it up and download it. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server, there's links to it in most of my videos in the description. I think there's also a link to it on my About page on YouTube, so you should be able to join there. All right. Stop promoting your channel because it gets annoying after a while. Yep, promoting channels can get annoying, so don't start spamming it if you guys can. I'd appreciate it. Obviously, networking is a good idea. Networking is kind of just like promoting your channel, but doing it in a productive way. Obviously, not just going around to people saying subscribe to me. Mick Animations hasn't uploaded in 2 years. Yeah, some of the other guys haven't uploaded in a very long time. You know, they got their own stuff going on. I'm sure some of them could probably find some time, but obviously not everyone wants to spend lots of their free time making Army Men stop missions. They probably got other hobbies and want to spend that time doing other stuff. I like that only armor piercing rounds can hurt the car. Yeah, makes it realistic. Yeah, I did do that because otherwise all the infantry can just shoot the armored cars. For example, these guys, if you got 8 riflemen here, they could all just throw all their attacks down to the one armored car and blow it up. So, but I'm going to go and eat some more. See ya. Yep, no worries, Sergeant Brown. Appreciate you joining. If I join GSP Discord server, I'm sure there's going to be a big one. Why is that, man? I mean, as long as you're 13 or older, you should be able to join. Because obviously we have to apply by YouTube terms and conditions. No, Discord terms and conditions, sorry. Yeah, just follow the rules and there shouldn't be any issues. I'm 12 as well, so I can't join. Ah, okay. Fair enough. College is extremely consuming. Yep. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time. If I join the Discord, I'll probably cause drama by accident summer. I mean, I'm sure you'll be fun. What are you doing? I am showing this tabletop game I'm making for Army Men, which is pretty simple at the moment. It took me literally a couple hours to make all of this stuff. But yeah, I'll be uploading this onto my Discord server. Probably find another way to upload it as well. Lunch ends in a couple of minutes, so I'm going to eat by GSP. Yep, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day and enjoy the rest of it. Follow the rules and follow the regulations. There you go. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Isn't it 16 and older? Yeah, the general mode server is 16 and over. But I think for that rule, it only applies to people who joined after that rule was made. I'm pretty sure. You'll have to check on his server. Is it just me, or the types of common army men you would find changed a lot? Yeah. Definitely back in the day there was more variety. But nowadays it seems like most of the stuff's just cheap. Like thin Chinese army men. We compare the army men me and Sarge used to Micamations. Yeah, and I mean, my entire collection is basically just off eBay. In my opinion, it's the best place to get army men because you can find old stuff, you can find unique stuff. I mean, this guy here, if I can zoom it. Oh, what's going on? This is a Mars toy army man. They're from Ukraine. This is an Imperial Toys army man. This is True Heroes. You can still get these guys, but they're pretty expensive. True Heroes you can't get anymore unless you find them on eBay. Imperial Toys, I don't know. These are the old Airfix British paratroopers. You can find those on eBay. And obviously a bunch of these random unbranded army men. You got the modern British paratroopers or the German infantry, I can't remember. They look pretty much the same. More Airfix. Now these are very hard to find. This is a Fischl Humvee. Fischl was an army men brand back in 2002. I think they sold stuff at Toys R Us, but I'm not sure. But they're also pretty rare. Strat is begging your mum to buy your army men. Yeah, I mean, if that works, then it works. If you ever look into getting more Mars sets, I'd recommend DJ Rangers. They're pretty solid sets. Yeah, I have thought about getting some more Mars stuff. It's just a little bit expensive. And my collection's way too big. I don't really have anywhere to store more army men. But yeah, maybe in the future. Guys, have you ever filmed in public? I haven't. Army Men Initiative has multiple times. For example, in some of his videos, there's scenes where they do beach invasions. And the beach, obviously there's people there. So no, he's just gone out and filmed there. He don't care. So, does front yard count? I don't know, because that's kind of private property. So I don't think I'd count that. Also, how much money do you make in YouTube? I do not make a lot. I usually make between... It's not consistent. It's usually between like £100 and £200. Usually in between that. Which is not a lot in comparison to the amount of time I would put in. For example, you could put in 2 weeks worth of work for a 10-minute stop motion. And then I would only make maybe £10 from that, not even that. It honestly depends on the views. Yeah, that money I make is based on the views I get from every single video on my YouTube channel combined throughout the month. That's not even just from one video. So, yeah, it's not too great. I think I get about 4,000 watch hours per month. And in comparison, it's not too great. Let's just say this. The amount of time I've put into making stop motion still hasn't paid off financially over the last like 4 years of grinding out stop motions. Hasn't paid off. I mean, let's take for example the toy warfare video I made a couple weeks ago. That got 3,000 views on YouTube, and I probably spent about a week working on that, on and off. And that's probably made me about £4. So over 10 hours worth of work for £4 does not pay off. So if I was working a normal job and put 10 hours into that on a minimum wage, I would make more than 20 times that amount. So yeah, it doesn't really pay off. GSP, have you earned any British pounds from YouTube? Yep, that's how I earn. Yeah, because it's like £30 in the UK, right? You got $6 of it. It's like first 6 in the States. Yeah, in the States, it's to withdraw from YouTube, you need $100, I think. And in the UK, it's £60. So get off my lawn arm again. Fair enough. Your stop motion is so good. How do you not make more money? That's just YouTube for you, man. I mean, the thing I hate is that no matter how small your channel is, you still get charged the same amount as the big YouTubers. For example, if someone made, let's say someone makes £60, which is the threshold to withdraw money. YouTube will then take 45% of that, which would take you down to just over £30. So then you can't even withdraw the money, and you have to wait until the next month. And if someone makes £2,000, obviously they get the YouTube tax, as I call it, 45%. So then they go down to just over £1,000. So, you know, you're basically losing half the money that you make on YouTube, regardless of how much you make. You can literally make £5. You can make $1. You can make $1 on YouTube, and YouTube will still take 45% of it away. That's how dumb the system is. Oh, Mars prices, yeah. I think it's around £30. Yeah, I think it's around £30 for the Mars figures. Screw filming in public. Have you ever tried making a stop motion while your mom is yelling at you to do your homework? I have not done that, and I'm glad I haven't experienced that. The money, which is £100 to £200, that's literally 2 times my life savings for the funding of a funding project I have. Yeah, we also have to take into consideration inflation and stuff like that, and how much things cost in different countries. Sarge stop motions, I don't know what country you're from, but £200, well, £100 to £200 in my country isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's not even the equivalent of a part-time job. The work that I do downstairs, I make back the money I make on YouTube in about, let's see, yeah, in about 10 hours maybe. So in about 10 hours of working downstairs, because I work downstairs, so I'm at a, if you guys don't know, we have a pub or a bar downstairs, I guess you guys call it. And luckily I can just work downstairs. Yeah, in about 10 hours working downstairs, I make back all the money I've made on YouTube in a month, just from 10 hours. So yeah, it's not really that huge amount in the grand scheme of things. I do appreciate the income on the side, but yeah, not sustainable. Mars, thought it was Jupiter. Oh god. Sarge is from Mongolia. Yeah, so let me do some exchange rates. What would it be? Great British pounds to, I don't know what the Mongolian currency is called. Let's see. Let's do the exchange rates. So we've got pound sterling and I cannot find the Mongolian currency. What's going on? British pounds to Mongolian was it Turkic? Turgic? Oh, here we go. This might work. Okay, so let's do £150. That's the middle way between 200 and 100. That's it there, is it? Hold on. Oh wait, it does right there. Okay, so I don't need to click on view transfer quote. Okay, so that's 666,997.63 Mongolian Turgrics. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Mongolian currency. Now, yeah, so that's probably quite a lot for you, but you have to think about how much stuff costs in different countries. Well, the cost of living definitely varies. I mean, let's do the most basic thing, some bread. So a normal pack of bread in Britain, well, at least in my area, costs about £1.35, which is 5,994 Mongolian, whatever. I can't say that. But even for a basic food shop for just a single person, I mean, I don't even know how much that would be. We have more people in the house than one person. Normal pack of bread in Mongolia is 2,600. Yeah, so in the UK, you're basically spending double. Well, no, nearly 3 times the amount on some bread. So it's not great. And then you got rent as well. Rent at the old house we was in was like around this much, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. It's pretty expensive. We are on the outskirts of London, so, you know, obviously prices do cost more. But that's basically how much rent, like the average rent is on the outskirts of London, at least in my area. That's what the average rent is, from what I've seen. So that is, what even is that number? 6.2 million. Oh my god. Green, you're from Dublin, right? Nope, I'm from the outskirts of London, South England, the southwest they call it. Well, I'm from the southwest, but I don't live really in the southwest anymore. Kind of just live in the south. Having a forest is overrated. Just sleep on the ground. There you go. Do you know how to speak Irish? I do not. I don't know if they have their... do the Irish have their own language? I'm assuming they do. I know a lot of Irish people speak English, at least from my experience. But yeah, that's basically the thing. So when it comes to exchange rates, you just need to keep in mind the cost of living in different countries. So even though £200 in my country is a lot of money in Mongolia, in the UK, £200 doesn't really get you that far. What's the concept of comfort? I have no idea, man. GSP, you want to be a character in my Plastic West series? I appreciate that, man, but I'm alright for the moment. I'm kind of burnt out doing just anything sort of related to stop motion at the moment. The Irish and Scots do, but mainly speak English, unless cursing an Englishman or American tourist. Fair enough. Yeah, I know the Welsh have their own language. I just didn't know if we basically changed their language to English when all the history happened. That's what we did to most of the other places we ended up invading. £200 out where I'm based is almost 2 times the monthly average salary. Yeah. It's yeah, so I know £200 is probably a lot for a lot of people. Obviously, just depends on where you're from. £200 is a lot of money in your guys' countries, some of your countries, but in the UK, it doesn't really get you anywhere. The average salary in the UK is like £2,000, I think. So it's not even a tenth of the average earning. The good thing is, though, if you work in the UK and you come from a country that's got a lower economic base, then obviously you could send £200 back to the family in your country, and obviously that would be a lot of money, and that would go very far. No voice acting, just be a character. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can make a character out of me if you want to. I don't mind. Hey man, no need to apologize about the burnout thing. It's good to have a break and pursue other hobbies and interests too. Yeah, thanks man, I appreciate it. Green Soldier Name Productions. You can call it that if you want to, or you can call him my actual name, which I disclosed on a video a few days ago. Well, it's been a week now, I think. My name is Kyle, if you don't know. I kind of just did that face reveal out of nowhere. I know some people were surprised. I've also been thinking in the future I might do more gaming streams just to break away from the stop motion just a little bit more. Carl, do you speak Irish or Welsh? I do not. The only language I speak is English, and I know literally the tiniest amount of Spanish, and that's about it. I literally know like 3 words in Spanish. That's basically it. Did you get money from your streams? There was one stream where we had a donation, which was really cool. But in general, I don't really make money from streams. All right, Kyle's going to be in my series. Nice. Saving Private Kyle. Yep. There is a Saving Sergeant Kyle, which is on the Army Men Initiatives channel. Funny enough, in one of my Plastic Warzone videos, the rescue operation one, I think it's called, the most recent mercenary video, the red people actually speak Welsh. I was looking for some sort of like obscure language that not a lot of people speak, and I was like, you know what, we got the Welsh next door, so why not I'll try and use that language. And then I got an AI to speak Welsh because I have no idea how to do it, so just had to do that. The Lucifer gun I'm making burned. Oh my god. Blue Soldier Productions, hello. For everyone that just joined, we're just looking at a tabletop game I've been developing. You guys can go back through the stream and take a look at it if you want to. But at some point, I'm going to do a test run of the game on a live stream where one of you guys could join in and play against me, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I might make a channel in the Discord server for this game, but I don't know. I'll think about it. All right, let's stop sharing the screen now. There's not really anything else to share. My Lucifer gun I'm making burned because I left the hot glue on the cardboard and burnt. Oh my god. Oh, I guess it could just be damage if you do that. Probably could have done Tajik or something, but Welsh is a solid obscure language. Yeah. I could have probably had a better look for some languages to use, but I just decided to go with Welsh because I already know not a lot of people speak it. Can you give us the rules? Yep, the rules are on that file that we just saw a minute ago. Yeah, minor damages to the wheels and the rear. Yep, there you go. Made a tabletop as well, but I've stopped. Fair enough. Wait, you're making a war game or a deck building game? So this is a war game. It's meant to be like a really simplistic, like casual game. There's not really a whole lot of mechanics to it. It's basically just shoot people, roll some dice, and then that's your turn done. That's pretty much it. Basically like Warhammer, if you guys have played Warhammer, but an extremely simple version of it. When I played Warhammer 40k, I subbed out Imperial Guard for toy soldiers. Yeah, fair enough. Hopefully that didn't break the law too much. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys go back in the stream once it's done, or I don't know if you can scroll back now, I don't know. But I did an overview of what I've done so far. So it's basically Warhammer simplified. Yeah, basically. Might learn to play Warhammer 40k, seems pretty cool. Yeah, it does seem pretty cool. I never fully got into it because it's just way too complex. I look for something more casual. The Warhammer codexes are gigantic, and there's so many different rules that you need to learn. Tons of different mechanics. So I've kind of just not really got into it like that. Have you looked into the war game Crossfire? From what I've heard, it was designed to be an easier access learn war game on squad level. I think I have actually heard of Crossfire. Let me search it up quick. Yeah, I have seen this before. Doesn't seem too bad. I think Bolt Action's simpler as well to play. The other board game, well, the other tabletop game I've been developing extremely slowly because I don't have funding for it. That game is also going to be a fairly simple version of Warhammer, I guess you could say. Some of the symbols I showed in the file I was displaying a minute ago, those symbols are also in it. But there's also more mechanics. It's more advanced than this Toy Army Men game. But it's not as advanced as Warhammer. But in actual, hello gentlemen, hello. I was making a tabletop war game to put in stop motion, but I decided to make COD Zombie stop motion instead. Fair enough. Five-story buildings are normal and nine-story buildings. Mongolia, yeah. We do have a Mongolian person. Every time you stop sharing your screen, I start thinking you're going to end the stream, and I don't know why. Yeah. Yes, I think that's what happens most of the time. Yeah, the Russian Soviet building. Yeah, I've seen people. There's this one guy called Bald and Bankrupt, I think his name was, on YouTube. And he likes all the old Soviet architecture and stuff. He just travels around some of the old Soviet states. And yeah, I've seen a lot of the buildings. At least through his videos. I've always wanted to play war games, but they're so pricey that I and my dad don't have the funds for that. Yeah, that's another issue as well. The war gaming stuff's so expensive, especially Warhammer. Can't wait for the rules to be released, man. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably release them soon. There's not really a whole lot of things I can think of at the moment. I'll release it to the community, and then once more people play it, then they can come up with their own rules, and then they can suggest feedback. I'll probably add more units to the game as well. But, you know, it's all experimental. All needs to be test played. And I'm thinking about test playing it on a live stream soon. So, just painted up the main part of my M60 Bodhi. Nice. Grey Corporal has committed a terrible crime. Yep, I just read that. I'm not going to read it out on stream. That's the ultimate brain rot right there. Is it okay to be a communist in a capitalist army men community? I don't know. Communists and capitalists do not get along well most of the time. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But, you know, we're not political on this channel, so if you're a communist or capitalist on my channel, I don't really care. Politics can stay outside of this channel. Remember that I said about starting drama by accident? Yeah, it's probably because I'm randomly saying brain rot. Yeah, I mean, it might annoy some people. I could test it with my bros. I'll happily give feedback. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. When are you going to do a Q&A? That's actually a good question. I haven't done a Q&A in probably longer than a year now. Yeah, maybe after this stream I'll put a community post up, or I'll make a quick video announcing a Q&A, because I haven't done one in a very long time. Army men are not political. Yep, exactly. Politics is, well, this is not the place for politics, this channel. Yeah, we should not be political for now. Anyways, you heard about what happened to... Okay, yeah. we're not getting into all the political stuff. I did hear what happened. If you're on about the attempt, yes, I heard about that. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, we're not going to get into that. All right. So I'm going to go on the Discord server quick. If you guys haven't joined the Discord server and you're 13 or over in age, you can join. It's called Stop Motion Central. It's in the description of most of my videos. Well, the recent ones anyway. Yeah, we all heard about it, even here in Chile. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole world knows about what happened. Yeah. Lots of theories that I've heard. All right, where should I put this thing? MI and GSP Town. That's what the general section's called in the Discord. Okay, I'm going to title the channel Army Men Tabletop. And it's going to be the only one without an emoji next to it. I'll put a message in there saying, welcome. And then let me put in the PDF. Oh, the max file size is too high. What the hell? 1 second, guys. I don't know how I can add this Give me your money. That's what Board Boy's saying in the Discord. Okay, I might have to make a Google Drive or something so you guys can see it. Or I could... Yeah, I could screenshot the pages and put them on the channel. That might work. I'll probably do that instead. Seems a bit easier. Alright, let's see. I saw Fortnite remakes first day after the shooting. Yep, I saw so many remakes, it was insane. What would you say is / has been your biggest war movie inspiration behind your animations? Do you mean the biggest inspiration to my things, or the biggest film that has had influence in it? Well, like the biggest well-known film. It's kind of hard to word that. Well, the most well-known film that's had some sort of influence in my video is Saving Private Ryan. In Plastic Assault Part 5, that entire D-Day scene is basically based on Saving Private Ryan. Obviously Plastic Apocalypse for my earlier videos, mainly Part 1. Part 1 of Plastic Assault is inspired by the first episode of Plastic Apocalypse. The airfield one, which is Plastic Assault Part 2, I believe, that is inspired by the Peleliu airfield, I think that's how you say it, mission from Call of Duty World at War. But in general, I don't really get much inspiration for stories and stuff from other people, at least for the newer videos. I've learned a bit more, so I can kind of just make my own stuff up. Whereas back in the day, I had to sort of be inspired, get ideas from others. I want to make a stop motion, but the second I sit and prepare my setup, I immediately get tired for some reason. Yeah, I completely understand that, man. It's exactly the same for me. I just get tired instantly from stop motion. I maybe do about 10 seconds worth of stop motion, I'm just done. I don't know why. I think it's the burnout. Hey Green, did you watch my Invasion of the Greys? I don't know. I'd have to check it out, Blue Soldier. So our stop motions is at 75 subs. All right, I think so. That's nice. Or is the Chilean Wagner? Is that how you say your name? I've probably butchered your name so bad. One of them's at 75 subs. So whoever it is, good for you. We're bad on the wording. I meant what war movie in general has the biggest effect is based on your work. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said a minute ago, I don't really look at films and stuff for inspiration. I probably should do that. That would help a lot, probably. But yeah, the film that had the most inspiration was Saving Private Ryan on Plastic Assault Part 5. Stop motion with General Mo. Oh, I meant stop motion with General Mo. My early inspirations were Mechanimations and General Mo, but now more recent inspiration, GSP, AMI, and Board Boy. Yeah, well, thanks, man. It's nice to know I'm inspiring some people. I think the thing that sets us apart is the upload schedule. We tend to put out decent quality stop motions whilst also uploading like quite frequently. Obviously, I know I've been slack in the last few months, but I've just been too burnt out. I've got time. I've got plenty of time to make stop motions. I'm not using time as an excuse. I've just been way too burnt out and really haven't wanted to make anything. Green, I'm planning to get some 3D printer filaments, so we just might see the Chinese APC popping up soon. Nice. If you guys don't know, I sent a BTR like hybrid thing that I made I sent it over to Berlin. He's going to try and print it off. So if you guys are interested in that, Berlin will probably have some updates for us at some point. No, you said it well. Okay, nice. The Chilean Wagner. Yeah, I just assumed it was Chile because you said you're from Chile. So, yeah. I've made a stop motion on a 4-lane highway. How have you done that? What the hell? I mean, my entire Army Men thing started when I began interacting with GSP through comments and also by watching PA some years later. Nice, yeah. I'm glad to see that there's a lot more people in the community now. I mean, when AMI got back into Army Men stuff, there was just a huge drought of content, and it just seemed pretty dead. But it seems like things are getting better now. I've noticed more people uploading, and it feels like there's more of a community behind the Army Men community now. Whereas back then, I don't know, it just felt kind of dead, I guess you could say. If you watched the first podcast episode me and AMI did, we basically just spoke about how the Army Men community just felt like it was dead. So, yeah, talking about podcasts, we do need to make a podcast at some point, but I don't really know what to speak about. We've kind of spoke about everything we can at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get around to it at some point. Happy, not gonna lie. Nice. It's good to hear that you're happy. Use that time to recharge, and then the next time you get free time, you should somehow upload 10 to 30 minute long stop motion somehow. Yeah. The next big stop motion I want to make is probably going to be around 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. It's going to be a pretty long video. I just need to finish my setup. It's about 90% done, maybe 80%. I need to get one more projector. And then I also need to put flat surfaces on the walls, and I need to build a prop-up wall for the other projector. And then it'll be done. I mean, the other option I have is I could always just rotate the projectors based on where the camera angle is looking. There is that option. Could just do that. That'd be a lot cheaper. Just means I'll have to spend more time with the projectors, moving them around and reconfiguring them. Hey man, the early days when I was a humble younger guy who didn't know Army Men Discord servers existed. No, freaking 112, yeah, there you go. I meet Army Men with my dad when I began to learn of World War II. It's been one of my favorite stuff ever since. Yeah, I mean, the World War II stuff is very interesting. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive World War II enthusiast or history in general. I do find that stuff very interesting. I've just never really gone out my way to learn any of the intricate details about that stuff. According to my calculations, Chilean Wagner 777 is going to reach 80 or 70 subs. Yeah, well, it'll probably happen. I remember just being some guy you would see on a GSP streams interacting with him, but now I'm brain rotted and unhinged. The downfall. It's the downfall of Grey Corporal. Does it not get hot running projectors in a small room? No, it doesn't get too bad. I've got an aircon now, so even if it does get hot, I can just turn the aircon on and I should be good. I did want to get an aircon up in the attic, but there's nowhere for the hot air to go. So yeah, the only way it would have worked is if it was in my room by a window. It's a portable aircon, so. But yeah, the projectors themselves do get fairly hot. I also need to change the bulb on some of them. How old is Green Soul Productions? I am 20 years old. I like helping people and being supportive. Yeah, nice. There's some good traits to have. still have some of my original army men from when I was like 4 years old in my Green Army box. Yeah, I think I've got maybe 2 or 3 army men that I remember from when I was younger. They're really cheap looking army men. But I think I remember getting them for Christmas when I was really young. The high quality Airfix clones and also those super thin Jerry clones. Yes. The great combination, cheap army men with high quality army men. I love SCS Direct World War II army men. Yeah, I've seen those on Amazon, I believe. They look pretty cool, but I don't think you can buy them in the UK. Drill a hole into your neighbor's home so they have the winter heating. Yeah, we're good. We're in a since I live above a bar or a pub, whatever you guys call it. It's just a single building, so even if I did drill a hole, it would just go out into the wilderness. I have my dad's collection from when he was like 10 in 1976. Oh, nice. The army men getting passed down the generations. That's pretty cool. I think Jacobus is like that as well. I remember Jacob mentioning a lot of his army men are actually from his dad, which is pretty cool as well. One of the oldest army men I have is the grey ones from one of my Toy Wars films. Nice. I never had Timmy army men, not even the clones. Yeah, I mean, I've never had them either. I just don't want to spend that amount of money to get them shipped to the UK. And to be honest, I'm happy with the True Heroes army men. They do the job. So sadly, my parents never had army men. Yeah, same here, man. My granddad did have army men, but I think he sold them. So, they never ended up getting passed down the generations. I think he had a load of old Airfix army men, but, they got sold. The oldest army men I have is from 1995. Nice. I think mine dates back to the 1970s. Some of the old Airfix stuff. I've got some Russian infantry from back in the day. They're pretty old. True Heroes poses are superior to Timmy. Yeah, I mean, I agree with them. I prefer the poses of True Heroes. I don't know if the quality's better. The Timmy stuff definitely seems to have better detail. But they don't have a standing shooting pose, which is kind of annoying. And, I mean, the crouching bazooka guy. I mean, it doesn't really matter standing or crouching. But yeah, the main thing that turns me off is the fact that there is not a standing shooting guy. Guys, but I'm going to go to sleep. It's 11 p.m. Yeah, no worries, Sarge Stop Motions. I appreciate you joining us. Hope you have a good sleep. True Heroes are the mega classic guys. Yeah, True Heroes are very nice. I really want to have BMC North Koreans, but I don't know if those are in Chile. Yeah, the BMC Koreans, I have seen those. They look very nice. Maybe at some point I will buy them, but I don't know. Yep, goodbye, Sarge Stop Motions. Goodbye. Have a good sleep. Cube Motion, hello. Appreciate you joining us. I'm going to sleep later at midnight. Fair enough. Just make sure you get some good sleep. It's 8:40 a.m. for you. That's pretty early. My grandpa's old army men were supposed to be sent down a few generations, but one of his relatives sold them away. Ah, that sucks, man. We would have had some cool stuff. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I'm sure there would have been some pretty cool stuff there. And one thing that's been passed down my generation that I know of so far My nan recently found some RAF, some like World War II RAF pins and badges. She offered them to me, but I said to give it to my other brother because he's into RAF stuff. So, and then my dad handed down his granddad's coin collection to me. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Out of curiosity, have you run into any of Britain's detailed brand stuff where you are? GSP, some really good poses in the lines. Britain's detail brand. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm gonna search that up. So was it detail toy soldiers? Let's see. Let's have a look. Oh no, I don't think I have ever run into these guys. No, I've never seen these before. They must be rare or something. I'm assuming they're rare. He was very pissed when he told me about it. Yeah, I can imagine. Just, especially if you wanted it to be sent down the generations and then it gets sold off. First time I saw him frown talking about his toy soldiers. Yeah. That's why I won't. Anything that gets passed down to me, I'm never going to sell it. I mean, I don't know if any of my... what would it be? If I have grandchildren or whatever, I don't know if they'd end up selling it because I'm going to have to pass it down the generations at some point. But at least I'm not going to sell it. What's your favorite food? Guys, if you don't know, I don't have favorites, so there's not really much point asking me what my favorite food or whatever is. I can give stuff that I do like. There's this South African snack called biltong. It's basically dried beef with seasoning on it. It doesn't sound that appetizing. It's kind of like beef jerky, but way better in my opinion. Really good stuff. If you have any biltong areas near you, they're kind of few and far between. But yeah, really nice stuff. Shout out to the South Africans for inventing that. I did get some Abrams though. I'm guessing that used to be my uncle's since it was in my granddad's old house storage. Oh, nice. At least you got some of the stuff. I'm single-handedly the reason BMC and Timmy still make pink stuff. Yeah, I don't really think anyone buys pink army men. They're gonna release some of the pink trucks on September 15th. Nice. Yeah, Bold Boy, you're the only person that buys pink army men that I know of. Cube Motions, love your body animation. Yeah. Sadly, I'm the only one. Yeah, it definitely seems like it. I don't know anyone else. There was actually no, that's a lie. I did know. Well, I do know some guy called. I think he's changed his name. Army Men Life. I don't know if you've heard of him. He doesn't make Army Men stop motions anymore, but he did do a few episodes with Pink Army Men. I still remember how I wanted a Super Tank Broly, but due to me being in Chile, smaller chances, I bought a Lego T14 Armata. Okay, there you go. That's nice. Yep, biltong is way better than beef jerky. I'm just going to say it now. If you haven't, I've had beef jerky and I've had biltong. They're kind of similar, but the process is completely different of how you make it. Yeah, biltong, very nice. So, Board Boy has the crystal blue crack army men too. Oh, there you go. Board Boy collecting all the weird colors of army men. I think I've seen his stuff. Yeah, he used to make some decent army men stop motions. Sad that he doesn't anymore, but he's pursuing a new career now. He wants to start. Well, he started animating with like action figures. They're still pretty cool. Grey Corporal asks, Board Boy, where did you get your hot pink FX rip-off Army Men? I want more of those, to be honest. Oh well. Let's see if Board Boy answers. Those aren't rip-offs, those are old to me from the 1960s. Pink was one of the OG anti-war colours, along with blue, red, and yellow in process of the Vietnam War. I got them from eBay. Yeah, it's kind of odd. I don't know why they thought making Army Men different colours was in protest to a war. I don't really understand that concept, but oh god, it's the hippie army. Oh no. Oh, the Airfix ones in Ross. Isn't Ross a shop, like a store in America that sells like pre-owned or like cheaper stuff? I don't know. I've heard of Ross before. I'm pretty sure it's a store. Yeah, a store, yeah. Low-key Army Men versus hippies would be funny. That would be so dumb. Imagine there's a film where there's just a bunch of like hippies getting high, and then the Army Men just they don't actually come to life, but they're just hallucinating that the Army Men are alive, and then some war happens. I don't know. That does sound like a pretty funny film. I have a handful of those things, and they look absolutely awesome. Guns with guns, definitely a good combination. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like a Scooby-Doo episode. Yeah, it kind of does. I'm going to pitch Michael Ackman on that now. Yeah. I'd love to see a flamethrower trooper as a main character in your stop motion some days. Yeah, I've never really used flamethrower troops in my videos. Maybe I'll get around to doing more of that. Be cool to have some flamers in my videos. Maybe Plastic Assault Part 7, I could implement that, because that is the next PA. Crisp from PA, but better. Yeah, or just a side character that gets blown up. Could also do that. Honestly planning to up my armament game with my next videos. Nice. Like to hear it. It's always good to improve on the videos. And Berlin, you've improved very quick indeed. So yeah, if you compare your old videos to your latest ones, improvements have come along pretty fast. So that's good on you, man. More effects and close-ups on my good poses. Yeah, there you go. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream now anyway. We've been streaming for an hour and 17 minutes now, so it's been quite a long one in comparison to my other streams. Plans for the future, stop motions. I will obviously get back to stop motions at some point, just I don't know when. Thinking about doing some gaming streams at some point. I need to get a capture card, but I might just use my Wi-Fi before then, I don't know. But yeah, obviously, like always, I keep everyone updated. I'll let the stream go on until 1 hour 20. If you guys have any final questions, and then the stream will end. So, if you guys do have final questions, be sure to put them in the comments. No, Spexy just joined. Why every time? Every time we do a stream, someone joins the last minute. Every single time. I think the last stream we did, I think it was Frogpog. He literally joined the second I ended the stream. Like the very second I clicked end the stream, he joined. So it's every time I stream, man. Every single time someone joins last second. Oh my god. Yeah, well, Smexy, if you got any questions, just put it in. We're going for 1 more minute, and then yeah, then the stream's gonna end. Yep, every single time. Grey Corporal, every time. Saddest moment of my life. Yeah, that was very bad timing, Frogpog. Yeah, it's good to do these streams. And yeah, maybe more gaming streams in the future. We will, of course, see what happens, and I'll keep everyone updated. I'm also getting hungry, so it's a good time for me to end the stream and go get something to eat. Spexy, well, see you then. Yep. I appreciate you joining last second anyway. All right, guys. I think that's it. I'm going to be ending the stream now. Like always, I appreciate you guys for sticking around and talking on the stream. This one was definitely more active than usual, which is nice. And yeah, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Take care.